Alrighty, so doing a bit of a comparison today between the Brinyte HL16 over here and the Brinyte HL18 over here. So main differences are the battery size. Here we have a 16340 and here we have an 18650. So 3100 milliamp hours versus 650 milliamp hours. So if you need the light to last a long time, I would go with the HL18. And a second difference is the emitting source. So we have an SFT40 behind a reflector. And here, I'm not sure the emitter, but it is a total internal. So a slightly different beam pattern in the HL16. Now, cool thing about these lights is both of them can couple as a headlamp. So they literally just and easily click in like that. This cord here will just strap around here like this, and then you've got an awesome headlamp, okay? And it just, that moves around there. So you've got, you know, probably a 45 degree, 90 degree beam pattern, beam profile there. And then if you want to take it out, you just pull it out. And the exact same with the HL18. Plonk it in there, and then use this to feed that through, and you've got yourself a headlamp. Same scenario. Your charging cables are exactly the same as well. So the way you charge these lights is the same. See, it's got this kind of magnetic charging cable here. So this little, see that little pin style thing is going to charge that. And on this side, that, okay? So that's where it charges. So let's just see if it, yep, so very easily magnetizes, and boom, off you go charging. All right, and just have a quick look at the outer boxes there so you can just see all the goodies. So what does it say here? Yep, just the good stuff. Nothing too crazy, to be honest. Let's get into it. All right, so the way you install the battery is exactly the same with both lights. You undo the tail cap. The positive end of the battery goes towards the head, and you screw the tail cap up. Really nice threads, I might say. Really nice threads. Make sure we're good. Yep. And same with the HL18. Really nice threads, guys. Honestly, very, very impressive threads. Okay, now, first and foremost, first thing that really jumps out to me is the size difference, okay? So in my left hand, HL18, my right hand, HL16, and look, I get a really good grip on the HL18, not so much on the HL16. That being said, the size of the HL16 makes really great for a top pocket light, so you slot that in your top pocket and you've got hands-free light coming out, awesome. This could do a top pocket, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot heavier. Also, as a headlight, this would be more comfortable, but this is going to give you more brightness and runtime, obviously. Now, one very interesting thing I've noticed is the HL18 seems to be a right-hand user because the button is where your thumb is on your right hand, and the HL16 seems to be a left-hand user because the button is on where your left hand goes. So that's where the thumb goes on your left hand. So that's quite interesting. Whereas holding the HL16 in my right hand, I can use it with my pointer finger, yeah, absolutely, but no, it's not as comfortable as if I was just using it with my thumb, and certainly not as comfortable with the HL18 with my pointer finger as it would be with my thumb. Absolutely. Now let's get a bit of a size difference going. So we'll just turn the heads all the way up, and okay, so HL18 is 12.5 centimeters tall. HL16 comes in at about 8.5 centimeters tall. So massive, massive size difference there. And the weight, including the battery of the HL16, comes in at 69.5 grams. And the HL18 comes in at 136.96 grams. So 137 grams, let's say. So major differences. Now, magnetize. I'll just move that down so you can see it. Both of them have pretty good magnetics. So, you know, to be able to hold a horizontal magnet like that, hold the light horizontally with the magnet like that, tells me it's a decent magnet. So I'm happy with that, not unhappy at all. Pocket clips, we have a reversible pocket clip on the HL18, non-reversible on the HL16. Although there is a slot here and a slot here for you to actually reverse the pocket clip if you want to. So you can reverse it, but this is just easier because it is a reversible clip, whereas this isn't. Now, the way these work is really cool because see this? So you've got a really good 90-degree spectrum of light. And I think that's very clever. I do. If you look at the open areas of the face, you can see that the HL18 is much larger. You're going to get more throw with this just because it's a smooth reflector and it has a larger head and a more powerful emitter. So all three of those things mean longer throw. And the way you use them is fairly simple. So, but it's different with both of them. So I'll explain why. So the HL16, single click from off does nothing. Press and hold from off turns it on, and then single click cycles. Okay, and it cycles down, not up. So that's the lowest output there, which is called moonlight mode, 5 lumens for 80 hours. Single click goes all the way to the top, 520 lumens for an hour and 5 minutes. That there is 200 lumens for an hour and 40 minutes. And that there is 60 lumens for 4 hours and 50 minutes. So to cycle, it's just a single click. Now to get to strobe, it's a double click, 1, 2. And that's strobe. Single click from strobe gets you back to wherever you were before strobe. And strobe is also 520 lumens, the same lumen output that the highest output is. From on, press and hold, turns it off. Now from off, if you double click, you get strobe. Single click goes to another output, press and hold, turns it off. So you can get to strobe from off, which is nice. Now the HL18 works a bit differently. So it's a single click to turn it on and a press and hold to cycle. Whereas this is a press and hold to turn it on and a single click to cycle. All right, so that's the difference. And just while we're here, we'll show the difference of the beam profiles. So this over here is a hotspot and spill profile because it's a reflector beam. And this here is just a nice large hotspot with a lot of peripheral light because it is a total internal. Okay, so let's get it to the lowest output here. So that there is 10 lumens for 7,200 minutes. That there, 50 lumens for 1,500 minutes. That is 150 lumens for 510 minutes. 620 lumens for 185 minutes. And turbo is 1,600 lumens for 1 minute. And then it'll drop down to 420 lumens for 125 minutes. The head is scorching right now. Wowee, scorching. Yeah, I didn't want to touch it. Scorching. So no wonder it only lasts for a minute. Now, strobe, triple click, 1,600 lumens, and then triple click from strobe gets you to SOS, 300 lumens. Single click gets you back to the last output before those special modes. Now, from off, press and hold gets you, sorry, single click turns it off. From off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lockout. Okay, I don't think this guy has a lockout in it. I've read the manual, I couldn't find it. I could be wrong or dyslexic or whatever, but I couldn't find it. So my apologies for that. But this one has a lockout, 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unlocks it and you're good to go. HL16 is IP66 water rated. HL18 IP66 water rated. HL16 does not give me a drop rating, but the HL18 gives me a 1.5 meter drop rating. So don't know what the go is there. So look, in terms of really cool versatile lights, these two are definitely it. I feel like the HL18 is a better hold, whereas the HL16 is more practical for top pocket, hands-free, or the headband, the head torch, because of its size and weight, obviously. I do like the body of the HL18 better. I feel like it's more grippy, and you know the HL16 is not only small, so you know doesn't really grip in your hand very well, but it is smooth on the body as well. So I'd prefer some grip there, but that's just me. All right, now we will go out in the backyard to test these guys. You'll be able to see the difference between the reflector and the total internal. If you are interested in either of these lights, I will have them available in the description down below. So just go check that out if you're interested in them. All right, thanks for watching. See you. All right, HL16 first. Apologies for not being at the tower. I've done an injury, so I've got to do this from the yard. So stepping up. Whoa, I think that just stepped up to the turbo powerhouse. So getting that tree top with absolute ease. Great beam. Total internal, so if I step it down a bit, oh that's right, because it cycles around. So the total internal is going to give you a kind of hotspot with peripheral light as opposed to a hotspot and spill, which you'll see on the HL18. So hotspot with peripheral light here, but really great throw. You know, like, look at that, all the way over there. Really, really great throw. All right, let's get the HL18. Look at that, and I think that's the highest. So obviously with an SFT40 and a reflector, you're gonna get a further beam. Again, my apologies, I couldn't go up to the tower, but this is the best I got for now. I'm not very mobile with my back injury at the moment. So, but you know, the clarity of this, sensational. And press and hold to cycle. So that's the hotspot and spill I'm talking about with the reflector, as opposed to what you saw before. Cycle, cycle, cycle. God, bloody beautiful, eh? Look at that. Really cool. All right, see ya.